Please note, this podcast contains discussion of murder, crime, and other topics some listeners may find distressing. It may also include adult language, so listener discretion is advised.
In the Federation, crime is considered illogical, rare, and beneath the ideals of advanced civilization. But in deep space, where warp fields twist reality and justice is filtered through prime directives and political treaties, murder still finds a way. These are the stories of the Space Crime Continuum.
Hello, Haley.
Thanks for telling everyone.
Well, stop. I'll just edit it out. Haley Brickman here to podcast.
So funny. Also, it's such a generic last name too. Like, just
it's like also already been said multiple times on the show. So.
I know, it's so true.
How are you?
So it turns out, I scraped my foot and knees in your pool.
A little chalky at the bottom there in some spots.
It's grippy. It's good. It's good.
Grippy.
Your hair's so wavy. Is it from being in the pool?
No, I washed it today finally for the first time, and I just didn't blow dry it.
I was thinking of you this morning because I washed my hair this morning and I was blow drying it and I didn't have any product in it. And I remembered you talking about, you were like, I air dried my hair and it's so soft and it's so wavy and pretty. And I was just like, I need to put product in my hair or else it's just a nightmare.
It's falling out in buckets. Like, I'm dying.
Well, it's summer.
But it looks good, so whatever.
Yeah, it looks good. It. I mean, it still looks thick. I haven't seen any big, huge, bald spots or anything. So
perfect. Yeah. And you look regularly, so thank you. That's how close of friends we are. Check me for bald spots, please. We are both a year older from the last time we recorded. Happy birthday month to you.
Happy birthday month to us.
Yes.
And and what a month.
Oof, Geminis unite, taking over the world.
Sun, rain. So I look at the rest of the wind. I look at the weather forecast for this week. It looks gorgeous for the whole week. I look again this morning. It's going to start raining in like 2-3 days or something for the rest of the week.
Oh, well, that's, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Don't like the weather. Wait 5 minutes.
Oh, never heard that one before.
I
hear it. I say it all the time too.
Yeah.
It's a classic. And we always say it's a Victoria thing, but it's like everyone says that in whatever city they live.
It's true. Yeah.
Tulsa, you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes.
Wait 5 minutes. Wait, that's what we say here.
We're more common than you'd think. Bring the world together.
It's true. We're not as unique as we'd like to think.
No.
Anyway, so we're old now, and with age comes wisdom, but not preparation. I didn't make a whole lot of notes for this, but
I forgot sections, so I was doing it before I hit record because I like to keep myself feeling slightly panicked like that.
It's good to never let yourself rest and always be ready.
Yeah, but I will give some updates. Today is my last day off of a little mini staycation, and I drove out to a house near my old place because I bought a couple of Star Trek action figures on Facebook Marketplace for $10 a pop.
Well, how about that?
I got a Keiko O'Brien because I've never seen that one, so I'm like, I'll get it. And I got a Nausicaan from TNG, Warrior Wharf. So it's not just a regular wharf, it's Warrior Wharf. And I got that's 3. Which one's the 4th one? Oh, it was a female Klingon from Generations, the movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Very exciting. And then I have been binge watching, and I have one episode left, which I'm going to watch after this, of the newest season of the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders on
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. America's Sweethearts. I don't wish fame on anybody, like maybe my worst enemy, because
Yeah.
it is such a bitch. Like
It's different now
everybody and their
when,
asshole friend are just like, let's just comment. Like,
yeah, I don't
what
get it.
whatever
Like,
happened to if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Keep it
yeah,
internal and tell your best friend.
yeah, exactly. Keep it locked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's rude and disrespectful. And like, would you say that if it was showing your true face and your loved ones were standing there? Like, you just
Yeah.
don't behave that way. Like, it's just little digs at people. I've seen like some of the TikTok
Classy.
creators that I follow. They're like, I'm taking a break because of some negativity online. And I'm like, but these are all strangers. And like, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
That's what one of the
Anyway,
girls touched on in this most recent episode where she was debating if she was going to come back for another season because the online hate's been so bad. And she was just like, this was my dream. I love doing this. I love this job. I've only been able to do it for another year or two anyways. Why do I care? Like, why am I going to let them ruin it for me? And that's literally what you have to think. Like, and then they tell the girls before they go out there, like, this is the first game of the season. And for some of you who are newcomers, this is your first ever football game. Like, enjoy every moment. Like, you've worked, it's like the Olympics. It's like, don't go to the Olympics and then complain that you don't like the food in the place that you're staying. Like, you
yeah,
made it. Like, this is what you've worked for. This is your dream. Don't let the haters, like, they're just jealous. They're just couch commandos who have no fucking dreams of their own and they're too scared to pursue them and they want to hate on beautiful, talented women or
yeah,
men, because male athletes get it just as bad.
they do.
And it's just absolutely, this is the human race, man. It's
Well,
just a
it's so
bunch of fucking
unnecessary.
assholes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. And it attracts into Star Trek. It tracks into fandom. It's like the people online that just are like, I hate anything from the Kurtzman era, or I hate the new Starfleet. This one's too woke. And it's like, if you don't like it because it's woke, then don't watch it.
Yeah,
You don't have to
exactly.
shout it out on your little Twitter page or your little TikTok or whatever. Like, no one cares because some people love it. Some people finally see representation that they haven't seen before. And some people, oh, I don't like it because what, like, then
Then don't
don't watch
watch.
it.
Yeah, don't
Go back
watch.
and watch the original series again if that's what you love. Ask
Exactly.
ChatGPT to create you new episodes and then read them in your spare time and just create something then. Like, fuck off. I hate it
Totally.
because it gets to
Totally.
the actors and people can't
Yes.
separate characters from actors, and then the actors get off social media and it ruins it for the rest of us.
And again, to the celebrityism of it too, like it's ruined it for you and me because we are cool, regular people, quote unquote.
Quote unquote regular, normal.
We are two regular people, Haley listed. But like
Yeah.
we've all been painted with the same crazy brush, and like realistically, these actors want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
When they get the chance, they don't want us to go. Remember Robert
I have a
Picardo?
letter for you, Michael. Not normal. Anyway.
We are regular people.
We are regular people, I swear to God.
It's important that he gets this.
And now it feels even weirder, like, to go to a convention and be like, try not to gush over someone. And it's like, I don't know, like one of the actors, like, let's say the new guy playing Scotty in Stranger Worlds or something, and I'm just like, he's like 33 and I'm 46. And I'm like, you're such a big fan. Like, oh God, like, don't, like, that's like the last thing I want to have it come across as is like this, like, like
Whose mom are you? Yeah, like,
loose in the convention. But it's also like, you're a handsome man. I can appreciate, like, I don't know. It's just so funny. It's so funny being this age and still having the same emotions for a show that I did when I was 10. Or it's like, I want to be all our best friends and I want him to be my boyfriend and like I just love it and I get so excited and then I can barely even, like, when I met Ethan Peck, he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Sarah. He's like, sorry, what? And I'm like, Sarah. And then he kind of like glanced behind me because you can see my husband was standing there just kind of like playing on his phone, dead to the world. And he's just like, I rambled on about going to a hockey game. And I'm like, he doesn't care. He just wants to sign and get the $40 from you. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just verbal diarrhea happens, and the stutter and the lisp and all that headgear I wore for nothing now comes out when I get nervous or drink too much. Fuck, so funny. Anyway, so I've kind of like started getting back into social media after I talk about what a toxic cesspool. So I've got 9 accounts. You gotta follow me on all.
Everyone,
make sure you like me. Slip into my DMs.
Subscribe button.
Hashtag keep on trucking. I don't know. But like, I have my Instagram is my Van Island Crafts.
Yeah.
Because it's always been where I posted all my craft stuff. And like, I haven't really been doing that much of it, or else it was like, I haven't taken any new pictures, like whatever. So it'll just be like, basically, I'm doing a craft show, 2 followers that are local. The rest are all probably porn bots or whatever. But I started to like post more stuff on Star Trek stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to start following, like just doom scrolling, but I'm just hitting follow. And anybody who had Star Trek, anybody who was a fan artist, anybody who did crafts or whatever. And so either way, I've got like over 500 followers now on this page, a bunch of just really cool, down to earth people and talk track and stuff like that. So
that's rad.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What's new with you? Any injuries?
Yeah, I had one injury.
Just one?
Well,
and the scrapes.
And the scrapes. Like classic pool experience. I was like, what? Yeah, anyway, what a fun time. It was super fun. Have you heard of a game called Trackball? It's like, well, I can go get them, but they're downstairs. So remember those games back in the day when we were kids and they were like big scoops and you had a little ball in there and you'd
like a banana almost?
Yeah, like a banana. Yeah. So it's like that, only like a little bigger. And then inside there's actually a track that the ball can like spin in, or like there's a way that you can actually like throw it so that the ball does something cool when you
like a wrist work shot.
Yeah.
How big's the ball?
Like
ping pong?
No, bigger, like smaller than like baseball, smaller than a softball, way smaller, but bigger than like a hockey ball.
Like a tennis ball? A hockey ball, it's a puck.
I'm talking like field hockey or like
lacrosse.
Or street like with the ball. I know. Fuck. Anyway, yeah.
Is it solid?
Like no. Yes. Okay. No, it is, but it's hollow. Okay. No, it's solid in that it doesn't have holes in it. Like
yeah. But it's hollow, so it's not heavy.
Describe a ball.
I like sports.
A local sports team. So it's a nice evening outside, right? These days it's late. It's late. And I'm like, hey, let's go play trackball at the park down the street. And we're like 6 minutes in, having a great time. And you normally play by doing like an overhand, but you can also do underhand. But you have to kind of, anyway, it's a whole thing. I guess I like twisted my knee like a idiot because I can I can bend all the ways. It doesn't hurt until like, anyway. Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, that hurts. And I was like, probably we'll just call it. And then it just got worse. But that's okay.
Ugh. It's something.
It's not getting worse now, but it hurt all weekend, and like trying to do Tai Chi is not possible. But the pool was great. I just couldn't play as much. Yeah. I couldn't like lunge for the ball because I couldn't like push off.
I did, and now my whole right side is sore, so you didn't miss anything. I'm like, what was I thinking? I'm like,
I missed the ball.
Drop the ball. But it was fun. It was super fun. Pools are fun. Yeah. We got like a serious episode today. Before we get into this serious episode, let's talk about fan sets.
Hello, listeners and friends. We'd like to take a hot minute to thank our friends at Fansets. As you may or may not know, they are an incredible team of Trek fans that make and sell really cool pins. If you go over to the website fansets.com, I know you won't be disappointed in what you see. They have pins that span the whole Trek universe and are constantly releasing new pins all the time. So head on over to fansets.com, have a look around, and don't forget, if you want to save yourself a couple of bucks, use our special code at checkout, which is TrekGeeks, all caps, one word, and you'll get 10% off your order. And for those of you in the US of A, spend over $30 and you will get free shipping. Fansets. Our pins have character.
And we're back. Fansets. I just went to their website. You want to hear some of the new stuff they got, Haley?
Yeah, I do.
They have made a Starfleet Academy series logo pin.
Okay.
Very cool. And they're big
Like
on the
from
Delta.
the convention that we went to, that
No, the new
Academy?
TV show, Starfleet Academy.
I know.
Good one. Caught me off guard. And they make a lot of Delta pins, so I guess they've made some Delta pins from the movie Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, cool.
And there's Captain Proton's rocket ship from Voyager.
Very nice.
And then I'm guessing it's from Starfleet Academy because I didn't see the whole series, but they have Star Trek War College cadet pins. And I was like, oh, what's the War College? And where do I sign up? So very cool. Thanks, Fansets.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah. They make good stuff. I've noticed too that they really upped their social media game, and I hope they're not getting any hate because they do nothing but good. But I've noticed people have been posting, like doing little videos and stuff about like what's coming and all that kind of stuff, which I think is super cute.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so Space Crime Continuum here. A little serious episode here. Just straight up. This episode covers things like PTSD and like suicidal thoughts and things like that. So just take care of yourself as you're listening. And if this isn't the episode then for you, then you can just, don't listen. Yep. Wait till the next one and we will try to make it funner. But Haley, I know you didn't get a chance to watch the whole episode, but you did a little bit of a look into it, right? So you're kind of somewhat aware of this episode from Deep Space Nine.
Yes, I understand and this is, well, like, what are the odds that there's another Miles O'Brien, just like on TNG? And he even looks like Miles O'Brien. What? I'm just kidding. It's the same Miles O'Brien.
It is.
Anyway, this is, without watching this episode, I did look into it and I read the Wikipedia about it. And I had to like do some more digging to like understand what was real and what was not real.
Right.
I still have questions.
Yeah, then I will give you a synopsis of the episode. This is season 4, episode 19, called Hard Time. Is it hard? Is it solid? Is it hollow in the middle? It's solid, but it's hollow. No, okay.
It doesn't have holes.
It doesn't have holes.
Just wormholes.
Yeah. So this is an Miles O'Brien Must Suffer episode again. He really seems to there's a lot of that. And I haven't watched the documentary What We Left Behind. It's the big DS9 documentary. Apparently it's wonderful, but Ira Stephen Bear, who did the show, is kind of like, it kind of became a theme that every season we had to find a new way to make Miles O'Brien suffer. So I guess this was the season 4. And yeah, it was a good rewatch. I love Miles O'Brien. I love Colmini. He is my Starfleet husband. And kind of a spirit animal. He's just a grumpy old curmudgeon, and I can like totally relate to that. Like, just another day at work. Gotta go home and deal with the missus. Like, what's it gonna be today? And this is the worst kind of day because he woke up. The episode opens where like it's a prison cell. Like you just see somebody with like mad wild hair, like just like drawing in the sand. It's like an old guy. And it's like, it looks like a dungeon, and you're just kind of like, okay, who's this? And it's Miles O'Brien. And somebody walks through the front door and is like, okay, you're free to go. And he's like, what? And he's like all aged, and he's like, go where? And so, it's been 20 years. And then you're like, and there's the opening sequence, and you're like, what's going on? Like, so we're led to believe Miles O'Brien just did 20 years of hard time in prison, and he looks like he did 20 years hard time. But then suddenly he wakes up, and Kira is standing over him, and he's completely disoriented, obviously. And he's like, well, you haven't aged a day. You look great. And he's like, it's been 20 years. And no, it's just been a couple of hours. So here's the twist. O'Brien, he was arrested on an alien world after being falsely accused of espionage. And instead of incarcerating prisoners for decades, as they would, here on planet Earth, what they do is they implant the memories of a prison sentence directly into a person's mind. Their justice system just considers it to be a more efficient alternative to physical imprisonment. Unfortunately, though, in Miles's case, DS9 wasn't able to intervene before the procedure was carried out. So when O'Brien didn't come to the station, or so when he does return to the station, he's carrying 20 years of memories that technically never happened. And this is where the episode gets good. He's obviously overwhelmed by everything around him. He never expected to see the station again, and now even familiar corridors seem like beautiful and surreal. But while everyone else sees the same Chief O'Brien who left for work that morning, they quickly realize that that is not who has come back. Cisco sits down with Keiko and explains the reality of the situation. They don't know what to expect because this isn't the same man anymore. He may have physically been gone for only a few hours, but mentally he's lived through 20 years of trauma. Dr. Bashir begins evaluating him and asks the important question, how did you survive being alone for 20 years? And that's when O'Brien says that he wasn't alone. Or O'Brien says he was alone, but he was lying. So over the course of his imprisonment, he developed a deep friendship with another prisoner. They survived together for nearly 2 decades, scavenging for food, hiding scraps to survive, telling each other stories, and keeping each other sane in an environment designed to break them. It became his closest companion, his entire world, basically. But there is a terrible reason O'Brien doesn't want to talk about him. Near the end of their imprisonment, the friend died. What we eventually learn is that O'Brien was responsible for that death. Driven by desperation and starvation, a confrontation over food ended in tragedy. It wasn't cold-blooded murder, but neither was it a simple accident. In O'Brien's mind, he killed the one person who mattered most to him in that prison, and the guilt is consuming him. So as the episode progresses, we watch him try to return to a normal life. He struggles to remember routine aspects of his job. He's irritable, angry, and constantly on edge. He lashes out at people around him, and at one point he nearly attacks Quark for taking too long to serve him a drink. He skips his therapy sessions. He refuses help. Typical men, even 700 years in the future. I don't want to go to a doctor. I don't want to talk about my feelings. And then it gets worse. He snaps at his daughter, Molly. And for a brief moment, it looked like he was almost going to strike her. Horrified by his own reaction, he flees. And then alone in a cargo bay, he's haunted by visions of his dead friend. He's been seeing him in distances and stuff, and he's trapped between the reality and memory. He's unable to separate the life he had from the life that he actually has. And eventually he retrieves a phaser and prepares to end his life. It's the most painful scene in the series, in my opinion. But thankfully, Bashir finds him before it's too late. And what follows is one of the strongest conversations Deep Space Nine has ever produced, in my opinion. O'Brien finally confesses everything, the friend he lost, the guilt he carries, and the self-hatred that has been eating at him ever since. And Bashir gives him exactly what he needs to hear. He reminds O'Brien that he is a good man. The purpose of the punishment was to break him psychologically. Maybe for a moment it succeeded, but if O'Brien takes his own life now, then the people who did this to him truly win. And for the first time, O'Brien allows himself to accept help. So this episode ends on a hopeful but realistic note. He's going to go to therapy. He's receiving treatment. The nightmares and hallucinations won't disappear overnight. Neither will the trauma. Recovery isn't presented as something simple or immediate. Instead, it's the message that healing happens one day at a time. And that's why this episode remains so powerful. On the surface, it's just a science fiction story about implanted memories, but underneath, it's an examination of trauma, guilt, depression, PTSD, and suicidal thoughts. It reminds us of the importance of reaching out for help and talking honestly about what we're carrying. It also raises uncomfortable questions about punishment and incarceration. Mm-hmm. The episode isn't necessarily arguing that there are easy answers, but it does force us to think about what prison is supposed to accomplish. Is the goal rehabilitation, deterrence, or revenge?
Oof.
Yeah.
I like episodes that make you kind of forget that you're watching Star Trek for a sec. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like it's kind of like a,
It's like your
you
inner
know what I
light
mean?
love for the inner light.
Yeah, yeah,
And one
yeah,
of the women in that episode of Inner Light is a guest star on this episode.
as it should
She
be.
has the touch of gold. I'm going to be on an episode, and ooh, it's a gooder.
Ta-da. Yeah, no kidding.
You have some questions?
Yeah, well, many questions. One, the fellow inmate that
Mhm.
he killed, was that a person in his mind, like implanted in the memory, or was that someone he shared a cell with for 2 hours or whatever? Or,
It was a implanted memory because I think that they try to design a prison life experience unique to each person. And so, yeah, it wasn't a real
brutal.
person. It was just the memory of a real person. And in this prison, like there was no consistency for how they would feed them. And so they would always try to hide food just to make sure that they had food. And then O'Brien, when his cellmate was sleeping, he found that he'd been hiding stuff from him and he
Yeah,
attacked him, but the attack turned into an accidental death. And
yeah,
then he realized that he'd been hoarding it for the
saving
two
it
of
for
them.
both of them.
Like,
Yeah.
ugh, ugh.
Oh, right? Like yes.
Yeah.
And then like your question about what is the goal of the
Mm,
prison? Because to me, like his crime was espionage,
mhm.
and it doesn't sound like he got a fair trial or a trial at all.
No.
Like he was wrongly accused.
Yeah.
But like I don't know enough about the harms of spying. From what I understand, it's very cool. Um, but like that's irreparable damage. Like
Yeah.
even with whatever therapy and treatment Bashir prescribes, and O'Brien will be fine ultimately because he's just a character. It's like this happens in real life also, and I think the goal is revenge. I think it's you've been bad and you should pay for it forever. And I know that this is like not a podcast about like bail reform and all those kinds of topics, but they are talking about like or the prime minister has tabled or there is legislation. I need to do more research, obviously, but for certain types of crimes that bail will not be granted,
Mhm.
and it includes certain types of assaults, and breaking and entering
Mhm.
things, but also it's before they're proven guilty. I mean, in many cases it'll be like obvious or whatever, but it's just like, "Ugh, that's kind of
Yeah.
against our charter rights."
Yeah. I mean, I remember in criminal justice in college that this topic came up quite a bit about the corrections system and what's working and
Restorative
what doesn't work and
justice.
yeah and
Yeah.
all that exactly and like my own opinion on the matter I think differs from a lot of people's opinion, but I really think that like for anybody who commits a petty crime, whether it's theft, vandalism, minor drug offenses, even like certain types of assault like a bar fight gone wrong or these are people that are more than likely down on their fucking luck and they had to steal for a reason, or they're in with the wrong crowd, or they were raised in a bad environment. And these are people that can be rehabilitated through a program that's actually going to be like therapy to talk about why the fuck did this happen and how can we get out of it? What happened to you? Like therapy, job skills, helping, like just help. Like people just need help when it comes to I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's people that can be, I think there's people out there that cannot be rehabilitated. I think there's people that are just born evil. And I don't know
Yeah.
what the answer is if the taxpayers' money should go into putting them in a cozy place or a non-cozy place. There's going to be people that I'm going to say, I want my revenge and I wasn't even a victim, but I don't like what they did. And so that's just my own warped view of it. And it's not right. It's not wrong. It's just my opinion. But I think that the majority of people that are put into the prison system are not learning anything unless they somehow get caught up in a good system where they have a good there's good people working there and they get a second shot. Because like thinking Oz, how much of the series Oz did you watch through? Did you watch like a couple episodes here and there? Like
I didn't
zero?
watch any.
Oh
I
my
only
God.
have seen a still from what I Googled that one time.
So there's this character like in episode one, Tobias Beecher, and he's a lawyer who's kind of like an alcoholic, married with a kid or kid coming, or I can't remember, but he's just like he's a kind of just like a douchebag lawyer. And he was driving drunk and he hit a little girl and killed her. So not good. Not good at all. And the judge decides, like, I'm going to make a real example out of you because he goes in all cocky, thinking, like, I'm a lawyer. Like, you're, it's going to be no, you're going hard time. You're going to Oz,
Oh
State Penitentiary. And yeah, like he's thrown into the deep end of like the scariest prison and brutalized from day one. Like J.K. Simmons' character just makes him his bitch, and he's in the series and he commits murder. He becomes a product of the system. And it's like, and that's what happens to these people is that they joke, don't drop the soap. That's not fucking funny. You're talking about rape.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
exactly.
No one deserves to live in fear of that on a daily basis, whether you're in prison for being a bad person or not. Like, it's not funny. It's not okay. And people have to like, I gotta join a gang if I want to survive. Like maybe it's not that bad, but there's a lot of reality shows out there about like world's toughest prison. And I'm like, I think it is that bad. And like the movies do have some of it right. And it's scary. And I'm like, how is that benefiting? Like all it's doing is it's propping up a place so people can have jobs in a small town because the mill closed. So build a mega prison and then suddenly we can hire 20,000 people. And it's like, it's politics, it's money, it's such a messy system. But I don't know. I guess it'd be really interesting to learn a bit more about what they're doing in other countries. Like what
I
does
was just gonna say
Japan? Like what's going on in some of these prison systems? Because I feel like all I really know about is what's local. And then you hear about the really scary, gross ones in like other countries that just they don't broken down palace, Claire Danes.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. This is it. Exactly. Like there's no consistency across nations, really. But like look how different it is even just between Canada and the US. Like in the US they have like a private prison system. Like you and me could run a prison. I mean, first of all,
it'd be a fun prison.
It would be fun and safe.
Mandatory Star Trek watching. It'll make you a better person. We're all going to try to work towards the Gene Roddenberry vision, people. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Help us build the technology for holodecks already. Come on. We're putting you to work. And that's the other thing I think that they should do. I don't think that there should be like slave labor in prisons, but I think that there should be more utilizing people that have nothing but free time and getting them like when they have those shows about like the parolees and pups and they're training dogs and it makes them a better person and they care for a dog and then they help train the dog to be a seeing or whatever the case may be, or get them fucking planting community gardens or something, or making buttons for kids. I don't know, like there's ways that their time can be spent other than just creating internal gangs and getting face tattoos. Not to stereotype, but like again, I'm going off of the few shows I've seen. It's like,
well, it's all coming from somewhere. And then you have like other prisons where they're like doing the Michael Jackson dance and stuff.
Oh, I remember that was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But still, like probably horrors among horrors happening in the background.
And a lot of people would just be like, who cares? You chose not to participate in society. That's what you get. And not helpful.
Nope.
Not helpful, especially if you didn't have a chance and you grew up with parents that maybe had drug issues, or you were abused, or you fled from home because it wasn't a safe place to be and you're on the streets at 14 and you got caught up with the wrong crowd because you were 14 and then you become a criminal and like,
well, you go in for petty theft and you come out like a murderer.
Yeah. And like then this mental health side of it where they're not even like, it's easier to get drugs in prison than it is outside of prison, and people who have mental health issues that aren't getting diagnosed and they're in prison and they're self-medicating. And that kind of ties into a Canadian story, actually. Have you heard of the Ashley Smith case?
No.
There was like a bunch of what's the word I want to say? There was like the Fifth Estate did a bunch of stories on her. And there was a bunch of inquests. So yeah, it was featured in 2 Fifth Estate documentaries. So Ashley Smith was like born in 1988 in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, and adopted at 5 years old, and was described as having like a normal, happy childhood until about 13, 14, when behavioral changes started occurring. And by age 15, she'd appeared in juvie a bunch of times for minor offenses like throwing crab apples at a mail carrier, trespassing, And then in 2003, she was assessed and diagnosed with ADHD, learning disorders, borderline personality disorder, and narcissistic personality traits. In youth custody, remanded multiple times to a New Brunswick youth center, involved in over 800 incidences and at least 150 self-harm attempts over 3 years. Then she hit 18, was transferred to an adult facility after an unsuccessful legal challenge. And then she was transferred 17 times across 8 institutions in 11 months. Was approved. Sorry for the jolt in story time, people. Zoom cut us off because we're cheap and don't pay for it. And so here we go again. Where was I? Talking about Ashley, how she was transferred like 17 times across 8 institutions in 11 months in facilities in Nova Scotia, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Ontario. And she spent most of the time in isolation or solitary confinement and exhibited frequent self-harm, like trying to choke herself, and unpredictable behavior. And she died at just 19 years old at Grand Valley Institution for Women in Kitchener, Ontario. She was placed on formal suicide watch on October 18th, but was videotaped tying a ligature around her neck, a repeated behavior, and guards watched via monitor but did not intervene for an extended period of time, like 45 minutes, and was then pronounced dead. And the warden and deputy warden were fired. 4 guard supervisors initially charged with criminal negligence causing death, which were later withdrawn. The family launched an $11 million wrongful death suit against Correctional Services of Canada and settled out of court in May 2011. And then there was inquests, which were plagued by delays and legal challenges and changes of coroner, and then a mistrial, and then another inquest, which had a broader scope, including long-term solitary confinement, the transfers, the mental health care. The jury viewed video evidence, returned a verdict of homicide in 2013. Actions of others contributed to death, but no criminal civil liability assigned, and issued 104 recommendations, including banning indefinite solitary confinement. And this broader context of like the case is that it highlighted issues with mental health treatment in prisons and prolonged isolation, and the frequent transfers. Like it was just like one of the worst cases in Canada of like the misjustice and the mishandling of a young girl who had obviously been diagnosed with multiple mental health issues, and no one ever thought to like find ways to help treat her. They just thought, just put her by herself, solitary confinement. She might try to kill herself, and just let her. Like
I just looked at the inquest, the final one that with the 104 recommendations. It came out in 2024, and saw that the manner of death was homicide, and like good, because it sounds like they just fucking sat and watched.
Yeah.
And it's such a disservice to inmates and people anywhere who are dealing with mental health issues, where it's just like, ugh, put them behind a locked door and then don't think about it. Where if at any point along the way, a school counselor or someone could have like intervened and prevented this from happening, like that's such a volatile time in somebody's life too. Like, what a tragedy. That's so sad and unnecessary.
I came across another one too of a woman who spent probably like 4 years in solitary by the end of the way they added it up. It was, she had like the most in Canadian history of anyone put into solitary confinement. And it's just absolutely like, yeah. And then we were talking earlier about that Law and Order episode. Do you remember that one?
I do remember it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how it, and like, how did he like Stabler's all kinds of messed up anyway, right? Like who knows what kind of stuff that activated. Whereas for you and me, if we were put into solitary, not together, but separate, we'd probably just be like, yeah, no. Yeah, but like we'd probably just be like, oh, it's nice.
I created a dance. I don't have to listen to my dog licking its paws all the time. Like,
Yeah.
that episode. All I remember about that episode is that Stabler asked to be put into solitary confinement because he had a case where the guy was pleading not responsible psychologically because he was so traumatized from being in solitary confinement, and Stabler's like, this is a bullshit, like this, there's no way, like that's a thing.
Yeah.
And then he goes into solitary confinement, and I just remember the scene where the guard comes to like let him out,
Let
and
him
he's like
out,
freaking
yeah.
out. He's like, I can't believe you've left me here for 2 weeks. He's like, it's been 3 hours, dude. Like, or it was like,
Yes.
it's been 3 days,
Yes.
like you said, sir, and not 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the way you like lose track of. So, and he's like, I guess he has a defense. Like, this would be very, if this was something that you survived for months on end, like, throw him in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, it's not Star Trek's job to talk about the aftermath of things, but like, I wonder how that all played out.
Yeah. Well, I think that they should have just, I mean, Bashir's like, I can't remove your memories unless I remove all of your memories. And I'm like, can't Spock just do that? Because he did that for
Yes.
Kirk. So
Yes.
Vulcan nerve pinch could have. Is there any Vulcans on the station today? Like,
Yeah.
But for the story purposes, Miles must suffer. So this is where he suffered. And it's a brutal episode, and it's really well acted, and it's a very good episode. And it kind of just touches on the fact that, like, this is DS9 in a nutshell, man. Like, they do some really good, like, gritty episodes, and they get into the war. Like, I just watched one the other day, and it was kids that were Cardassians that were abandoned by their families on Bajor, and then they're being raised by Bajorans and raised to hate Cardassians and hate what they are. And it's like,
yeah,
and taught that, like, your Cardassians are bad people. Like, all they did was rape and pillage our land and occupied and just brutalized us. And like, and then, but you send the kid home with the father who was told that the kid was dead. Like, ooh, it just touches on things that I think, especially now, like, yeah, really good.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Ahead of its time. Also, shout out to Frame of Mind, TNG, where it's another sort of mental health crisis. Trying to communicate to someone that you're not crazy. Anyway, not exactly the same, but
yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save our DS9 season 2 breakdown for the next one, because this is already a longer episode. I think I'll just leave it. This one's a bit more of a heavy, like, serious-ish episode. I mean, we like to put a humor spin on it because life is short and the world's on fire, so have a laugh. Yeah. But I think it's also good just to talk about an episode like this, where it's, especially given like the state of the world, and you turn on the news and it's one thing after another, and all people seem to care about on some news stations is money, and all these people care about is soccer, and all these people care about is winning the next election or not winning the next election, or how much algae is in the reflecting pool. So take some time to make sure that you're okay, turn off the cell phones and turn off the social media and turn off the TV, listen to good music, call a friend, check in on a friend,
Eat
go berry picking.
For probiotics.
Terry loves yogurt. Yeah. Oh, on a funner note, you're watching Parks and Recreation for the first time. I love that show. What season are you on?
We're in season 4.
And that was getting really good.
It is. I don't want to bring down this. Well, it's already a deep podcast, but Lil Sebastian died.
Did you see the concert for him? Like the.
Yeah.
Bye, bye, little Sebastian. Like Candles in the Wind, but what's better
5, than 5,000 candles 5, in the wind?
Yeah. So good.
Also, I was like, I like Andy and April got married like immediately, and then I was like, oh, like I just kind of thought like, oh no, like they're gonna break up soon. They'll get a and John's like, I don't remember them. And I was like, oh, and it's just like, what a treat to have kind of like a light show And like I love all the characters. I am Ben, but also Jean Ralphio.
Oh,
Oh,
he is the
Hardball.
worst.
Like,
I'm a sister. Money, please.
oh, it's so good. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Chicky chicky parm
Um,
parm.
just met Tammy one. She just came
Ooh.
back and
Actually, my
Ron
mother's
like
name is Tammy too.
my mother's name is also my mother's name is Tamara. She goes by Tammy. Um,
I love him.
yeah,
I
it's so
love
good.
him. My favorite moments of him are my favorite was his big smile when he found the free buffet of breakfast food at the strip club and he's just holding up the bacon.
Yes.
He's just so happy. Or like any of those moments where he's just like, I'm a simple man. I like pretty brunettes and breakfast food.
When Leslie, like he was so afraid that she was planning a big party for his birthday, and then it was just a steak with some whiskey or
And a
whatever,
war
and,
movie.
and a war movie. And it was like next year.
Yeah. Why
But
would I
he
give
was
you an
like,
Ann Perkins party? You're not Ann Perkins. Oh, Leslie is so sweet.
so she's just announced that she's going to run for city council.
Whoa.
And so her and Ben had to break up because he's the city manager or he's under
Mhm.
under Rob Lowe, Chris.
Mhm. Good show.
It's
Good
so
palate
great
cleanser after a rough work day or whatever. We're
for
doing a
sure.
rewatch of Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. And we're just gearing up for the
Derek.
big wedding. So we got Jimmy Smits and
Oh,
Bradley Cooper head to head. What great guest acting. I love the Vulture. I mean, he was on Oz throughout the whole series.
yep.
So good. He's so good on Law and Order SVU too. I absolutely Dean Withers, I think his name is, and he is such a good actor, and he's so good as the Vulture. He books the same hall to get married, but he's like cheating on his fiance, and like, oh,
It's so good.
so good. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch my final episode of the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleader season 3. So I recommend
Enjoy.
you watch it if you have a chance. And then we're all caught up on the Dutton Ranch. So I don't know what we're gonna watch tonight. We started watching the new season of Beef.
Oh,
It's good.
have you the Burrows? We finished it.
I heard it got canceled already.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, we haven't watched it, and I don't know if we will now.
Yeah, I mean, Alfred
Molina.
Molina or whatever is like amazing.
Brad will
And
be
he's in
jealous.
every episode. Well,
Brad seems to think that he's on my laminated card, and so I feel guilty now if I want to watch an Alfred Molina show. I'll get in trouble. He'll watch me from the side, looking to see
yeah,
how much I'm smiling as I watch the show.
you just put a
I'm just
mask
cross
on.
stitching. I'll
Nothing
get one of those
interesting
red light
about
therapy
something else.
masks. He'll never see my face again. But when he does, it'll look younger.
Yes, totally.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Oh, good. This was lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. I wonder what we'll do for next one. Oh, we're going to do a Wesley Crusher one, right?
Okay, yeah,
Do you want
I
to
hope
do
so.
Justice or do you want to do the First Duty or whatever, the one where he gets in trouble with the death in the Starfleet Academy? That one or Justice?
Oh, I think I want to do Justice.
Or do you want to do a special doubleheader?
We
No,
if you,
no, we'll spread them out. We're going to spread out the Wesley stuff.
but yeah, I mean, I like them both. I'm
Let's do
fine
Justice.
with flipping a coin. I like that's a more pleasing aesthetic for me to watch versus the whole thing where he gets mixed up with the taking the shuttle and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, the rules, breaking the rules, getting in trouble. I don't like it.
Okay, we'll watch Justice. You don't like a bad boy Wesley Crusher. You like the
Yeah.
really, really young. Questionable jumpsuit.
I like the docile one. The one who's too scared to say no. Okay, bye.
Okay. Oh, I love it. All right. Well, it was great to see you.
Oh, you
And
too.
thanks for being here and
Thanks to you.
going through a hard episode.
Until the next one.
Absolutely. Everyone take care of yourself and apparently
In infinity
and beyond.
Space Crime Continuum is a production of Trek Geeks, executive producers Bill Smith and Dan Davidson. For more great Star Trek podcasts, discover the other shows of Trek Geeks available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on trekgeeks.com.